Hi friends, this is your English trainer Ravi Babra and I am here with the two great personalities who are with me, and they will just tell you that how we can just learn English and how we can improve our communication skills. Because already they are in this field, they have spent their precious time in this field more than 10 years, and Mr. Ankit Sharma, and this is Mr. Amit Malya, and he also spent his lots of precious time in this field more than 10 years also. So I'm just going to talk with these great personalities, so that how can we improve our communication skills and how can we just be a good English speaker. So now I just come to Mr. Ankit Sharma, and he is the owner of the institute in Delhi, and Mr. Amit Malya, he's an owner of the institute in Gurugram. So both personalities are very great personality, and we have the honor that we have those personalities like these. So I just start with Mr. Ankit. So sir, please tell me how we can improve our communication skills, and if a student is just very beginner, so what preparation he should do in his communications to improve his skills, so that he can also crack the interviews and he can communicate with the other person. So please sir, tell.
So, Mr. Gabriel, and first of all, thank you so much for giving me such an opportunity to represent myself in front of your video camera. First of all, I would like to light upon, we need to understand and we should light upon what exactly the differentiation or difference between communication and English. English and communication both are different. Communication can be verbal and non-verbal. Communication with the help of body language, gesture, posture, we can use it. Yeah, but on the other hand, if we talk about English, English is a language, we take it. If we talk about like 20 years back or 30 years back, it used to be an era when people used to be in India like monolingual, but more than 70 to 80% people are being in India, and in coming time we can see great example, personification of speakers as well. People are becoming day by day bilingual, even if you talk about the metropolitan cities. Like students who are studying in 9, 10 or 10, 12 standard, they are taking some optional subject for learning French, Spanish, German, Chinese, and many more languages here. So what is communication, you need to understand? The communication means you can speak, you can write. That is accepted and respected. If you talk about English, English doesn't mean you only speak correct. So many speakers we have seen even on daily basis, we find them speaking on the screen. They speak sometimes like incorrect, but doesn't mean, because whatever they want to explain, this message is clear to the listener, and whatever he is understanding, that is really important to the speaker. So English means, an example I could give you. Suppose I need a glass of water. I ask you for the water, and I ask you in a first like incorrect sentence, especially like in grammatical. It will be 100% wrong, but still I will say, water, one glass, give me please. It is incorrect. But whatever I just want, I want a glass of water. You have understood, this is English. But if you talk about the communication, I can say, hey, could you please get me a glass of water? We can say this is called communication. Okay? And so communication can be like in a formal and informal. Such an example, if I say a sentence I want to use, a good example I could give, like if I see like in so many times, in so many places, we find many speakers speaking, how can I help you, or how may I help you? Even it's wrong to say, it is not wrong, it's right. Because people are understanding, like speaker and listener, both is clear for both of them. But if a speaker speaks, how may I help you? It means, as an example, play makes player, sing makes singer, teach makes like teacher, right? Same thing in MNCs, you can say, we call them like multinational companies. You don't find them a helper manager, you will find them assistant manager. So it's far better if you speak like how may I assist you, rather than how may I help you.
Yes.
So there's an example, and as Mr. Mali is sitting, is prestigious kind of personality sitting over here, and there's a huge experience he has about speaking, listening, and the great time he has spent. Like I mean, those great personalities and different kind of like professionalism he has spent, and the great time he has given to this field. Now it's gone, he also light on this thing. Thank you.
Okay, so there's one more question for you. Actually, mostly students that have the questions that, sir, how can we fluent in the English language?
Okay.
So actually, your accent is very good and very nice. So mostly students they want to make like this type of accent.
actually.
So how can they get this type of accent? So would you please suggest our audience and our subscribers?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ravi. First of all, thank you so much for such a great and a good compliment. If whatever I'm speaking today, just because of Mr. Sachin Sharma, he gave me a great platform, and whatever I speak, all things are given only by him, and whatever I'm doing, just because of thing, all things and the script goes to him. Finally, if I say now, the main question, $1 million question you asked me, if I'd like to say this. How can we improve communication? So first of all, we need to improve our reading skills, because your way of speaking, your vocabulary, your ideas, your thoughts, your knowledge, all things depend on your way of reading skills. But many, more than 80% people, they want to learn English, especially who are students of the college, students and professionals as well there. They do not know how to read the newspaper. So I'd like to suggest them, first of all, they should read on daily basis, half an hour, like Hindustan Times, but do not try to understand, especially when you are from Hindi medium. But if anyhow you are from English medium school, or like college as well, you have any schooling from English medium background. So when you read first time Hindustan Times, you can understand. And after 1 month, you should start reading the Times of India. And after 2 months, you start reading like the Hindu newspaper, because the Hindu always helps you, especially when you are preparing for the competitive examination. So it helps a lot. Along with this thing, you can watch YouTube videos. TED Talks is a great platform to enhance, to get a lot of things from those people who have countless great experience in their own field. Like a politician, or a statesman, and a veteran actor, and a veteran lightest player as well. They come on TED Talks. Okay, so these are the things which really can help you to make your communication better.
Okay, sir. So, as a fresher student, as a beginner student, so
Okay.
how can he just start his reading newspaper? Like, what is the procedure? What is the accurate and what is the correct procedure that he can read it continuously? Is it okay to read complete paragraph, or is it okay to read it it's line by line and make translating into Hindi? So, what is the procedure to read the English newspaper?
See, up to 70% people I have seen in my life, they have a great misconception in this thing, and or they are under wrong impression some way. They think if they read first time, they are reading newspaper first time, very first time they will understand its meaning also as properly. But so far as I know, a person we need to understand where does he belong to. Like an example, he has done schooling from Hindi medium. It seems next to impossible. Question does not arise. If you read something, the condition will be with him back to square one, right? So that's why I want to say, first of all, you need to understand his level is like just from the basic level, we call that complete. The second is intermediate level, the third is advanced level, what kind of family background he has. Suppose someone is there who speaks in English, so automatically he can learn it, but he will take only some time, but he needs guidance, he needs an environment which he can get from the institute. Like different kind of institutes are there, they can join to get an environment where a trainer can really rectifies their mistake. Like so many students, if they make some mistake, so definitely it's the work of like trainer, he rectifies their mistakes easily on the spot, and then definitely they come to know what is their areas of improvement.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ankit Sharma.
My pleasure.
And now just we move to Mr. Amit Malya, and he is also a great personality. As I told you that he is also an owner of the institute. He is running his own institute in Gurugram city. So just move to Mr. Malya. So hi, Mr. Malya. How are you?
I'm just feeling great and just more interesting as recently we are just coming from
Okay.
PBR.
Yes.
This time just long time over here together. So we just made a mind, just we have to do something interestingly. Then we came up to her. Just yes, thank you so much for
Okay,
providing
sir.
such.
This is a question for you. As many students just say that we need to just learn grammar before going to learn speaking. So before learning speaking, we just need to go through the grammar, or it doesn't need to go through.
Well, my friend, you have asked very important questions for me because not only you,
This side.
not only you, but the entire India is completely confused that they should go through grammar or they should go without grammar. So first of all, I will let you know the way you are understanding this is more easier, then you should go in that way as well. Learning without grammar, that is also possible. Learning with grammar, that is actually possible. I'm going to give some examples. Suppose the people, I'm going to give the example for those who blame over the people and they learn anything without grammar. So, there is no such sentence in English language which can be translated without grammar, first of all. So we just do not need to learn only grammar. We have to focus on other part as well, kind of pronunciation, vocabularies, the right way to speak over the appropriate manner as well. On the other hand, now coming to your main question, I have seen many ladies coming from West Bengal, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and from other cities as well, from other states as well. They just come in Delhi NCR. They even don't know how to speak in Hindi. Rather than speaking Hindi, they start using their own language as well. But by and by, they as keep working in the city, they are just like a maid. They are working like a maid as well. So they keep talking with the people. While talking with the society, they start converting their language into their language as well. They do not need to learn grammar at all. But if you talk about speaking publicly, talking logically, speak over the national and international level, we just need to speak grammar as well. Now, coming to the different way as well. People are always confused, like we should learn without grammar or we should learn with the grammar now. I'm gonna give you my example. I'm the person who actually learned each and everything through the grammar as well. If you choose grammar, if you choose not to learn without grammar, that is totally up to you. But I'm gonna give the live example. I learned English language with the help of grammar only. Why? I found most of the easiest way because my mother tongue is Hindi. So being the part of India, that I learned how to speak English language through Hindi language. So I tried to translate each and every kind of sentence into English. So that translation can be made possible only with the help of grammar. So I made my way of translating something in that way which can be converted like a language. On the other hand,
Mr. Malia, there's questions to your mind. I just want you please touch upon this thing. Like, how do you have the people who have really MTI, RTI, they do not have the proper knowledge of the connotation, the annotation, these kind of things there. How can they improve these things?
see, if you talk about connotation, people in India, even not in India, across the world, they even don't know the meaning of that. First, I will let you know. Connotation means the appropriate word has to be used as the particular way as well. Denotation means the way we are using so many vocabularies that has been the part of dictionary only. An example, I would like to give you. People, even I'm talking about the children, as I have been taught in Hindi medium school, even we were taught nothing all such kind of things. We learned a lot of things like with the help of societies, the people speak over the national or international level. I'm going to give you an example. Suppose the meaning of connotation and denotation as well. We have asked very fantastic question. Connotation means like you are using two words together. Like suppose this is the nice t-shirt.
Okay.
I'm gonna say like this is very beautiful t-shirt. How did you buy it? He recently said that he went to the market and bought it only just in 300 rupees. I'm asking the price as well. So rather than using the word, people use in the society, like they say, wow, this is so cheap. So instead of saying cheap, we have to say inexpensive. We have to use more words for that, like affordable, pocket friendly, budget friendly, and all. So the meaning of these other words are matching with the same, but the sense is completely different.
How we call it?
This is all about.
So it means the exact words. That
The
means
exact word is
Okay, so what do you think like about-
the exact word is
Okay.
pocket friendly and inexpensive.
So what does it mean if connotation means this? So what does mean synonyms like something?
Synonyms. Synonyms is something different. I will let you know why. Synonyms can be anything.
Like inexpensive, pocket friendly, not in my budget.
We are just adding these words into the list of synonyms. But we have to use the appropriate word to the right way as well, to the right place. Now, if I use like pocket friendly, budget friendly, that is also okay. This has been the part of synonym. I do agree with that. But if I use word inexpensive, pocket friendly, these are more like appropriate than other words as well. Because we can have number of vocabularies in the synonyms list.
Okay.
We cannot use all the words only for a particular thing.
Thus, Mr. Better, one more thing, I have seen this thing, especially in DLF Phase 3, as there is a surrounding environment and ambience we we can say somewhere, as people who have really dialect, they all are rocking, and somewhere they always think about idiotic language. How can they do it? They need to think about it. As like suppose when they talk to their family members, so that time they have to use dialect. As they come in the company or in this environment we are sitting right now, that time they have to use dialect. How do they match these two things? Okay, we need to think like speaking and like just thinking. Both things are happening simultaneously, right? And it's not any kind of like this thing is like just we need to ponder over it. So this is the main thing which I'm thinking. We need to think about it somewhere. How can we overcome this problem? So many people we have seen they have public fear. We call that somewhere glossophobia, right? Fear of public speaking. Sometimes they meet a personality who knows more than them. Those people they come under the influence and they feel somewhere inferiority complex. So I think somewhere we need to work over there. So what do you think about Mr. Malik?
Actually, if we talk about frankly, there is no need hesitation, shyness, and kind of fear. If people have the particular knowledge about that particular subject,
Okay.
an example, if you are fully prepared with your topic, there are two kind of personalities in society. The people know the meaning of that particular thing, they are never able to present. The people even don't know the meaning of that particular thing, they are able to present. What is that? That comes under pressure. That comes under the confidence. Now, that is something else. Because we cannot count that confidence into the positive.
So don't
way
think
as
so,
well.
Mr. Malik Samir,
I'm just
like reading
coming-
grammar and speaking something like English practically, like don't think so there's a great contradiction between them.
It happens. I will let you know the same example I give before some time. I learned
Okay.
English language with the help of totally grammar and the live example over here. I learned in that way my transformation of sentence is more rapid than spoken English.
Okay.
Why? I will let you know.
Good.
We do agree. English is a language. English is a language. It does not need to be translated. It has to be circulated in blood circulation.
If
We agree or
Mr.
not?
Malik,
Now, just
I-
let me complete. Let me complete. So I have seen many people in the society, in surrounding us, they just keep not to learn grammar, not to learn grammar, not to learn grammar, do learn grammar, do learn. People are always confused. I will give only the example for those, the people who are speaking better English than other. Why do they say these questions? Have you ever thought?
I have
Argument, you know. Only the example is given by those who actually are more perfect in spoken English since their childhood. Those people say that no need to learn grammar, no need to go through the grammar. No. But people who have never ever learned like anything in their life, this is not possible to learn, this is not possible to speak publicly or rationally, even if I talk about national, internationally, impossible. Next, impossible to speak without grammar. Why? I'm not denying that without grammar you cannot learn, but the translation of grammar can be more rapid, which can vanish the difference between translation and grammar. You can start translating more rapidly than other people as well. We can. We do. So I made myself more rapid. I learned all the rules and just I can translate in a very single glance, single second and all. Even people don't know. But there's also condition. When you people start in spoken English, people should not know that you are translating it or you are speaking this language. English does not need to be spoken. It has to be revealed automatically in your self as well. So people should not feel that either you are translating or speaking. You have to finish the gap of that translation, which I did myself.
Mr. Mali, I would like to counter over here. As you said, like in your statement right now, English is a language. If English is a language, so why I am under a wrong impression since my childhood we are being taught English as a subject? Why?
Now, subject is something else. As we learn Hindi as a subject and Hindi as a language, don't we learn? English is also one of them.
So we can say
This
English
is-
grammar is a
this-
subject
this
and
goes
English is a
in
language. You want to say
This
this
goes
thing?
in both ways. Language becomes with the help of grammar. Now, the language is something different. Learning English is not our need nowadays. It has become the fashion of the day. It has become the meaning of learning spoken English is totally changed. Earlier we used to learn English, we used to communicate with people, we used to survive hardly. But now we don't only have to survive. Until or unless you are going to impress the people, till the time being people are not satisfied with language as well.
Sorry for interjection, Mr. Malia. Here, the great personality who wrote the Indian Constitution of India, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, like some people, they have set mentality or they have mindset. A great God was given by him. I think we cannot deny this thing, like especially when we talk about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He's a knowledgeable and omniscient personality of India. He said, like English is the milk of that female lion. Whoever will take it definitely will roar. How do you take it?
Okay.
I think that's not the English, sir. That is the education.
No, English somewhere.
That's the education.
No, but some people have mindsets.
Same-
I did not say. I'm not saying 100% right. I'm telling you. I heard it's
So,
people have mindset this.
I heard that.
Because he
education
did
is the-
education like from as England, America, and all that there.
Yes.
Now, first, the people have to understand the meaning of actual spoken English. There are two things: spoken English and communication skills. As you already differentiate.
Okay, right.
Spoken English is extremely.
Hi. So, Mr. Malia, as far many students they have some many doubts vocabs and pronunciation and the grammar. These all three things. How much these are important in the language and the language. If we are going for the language, so what is our first priority should be?
Alright. So, well, my friend, you asked very beautiful questions from me. First, we know very well we have to go through like even the child learns in his or her childhood to speak something. Even he or she doesn't know anything. Why? Because the child learns through the atmosphere, the environment which is created surrounding him by his parents and by his neighbors. So, as people start learning because of the atmosphere, there are two things as we have to face: MTI and RTI. We have to understand first of all.
Right.
MTI is like mother tongue influence. RTI is regional tongue influence. There are two things. People only learn English language, they have to focus on their MTI issues. They never think about their RTI issues at all. RTI hardly never ended. MTI can be finished. MTI means mother tongue.
Okay.
And RTI means like regional tongue.
Okay, sir.
As I am from Uttar Pradesh, somewhere or else, sometimes I am able to speak in my own tongue as well, which can be recognized by the state as well. As I have been many times among of Himachal people, Uttarakhand, Maharashtra people, Punjab, they can easily recognize me. I think they are from Uttar Pradesh because we have our mix of words which can never be corrected, which can never ever be connected. Now, your different question was the vocabularies. Of course, yes. If you know the meaning of this tool and item, mobile, I can represent, I can explain. So, first of all, we have to focus over the word meaning as well. If you have word meaning, then we can add into the sentences as well. We can frame the sentences. As one of our friends, Mr. Sharma said, we don't have to focus in the beginning to correct the sentences. We just have to speak something. As a child starts speaking something in a childhood to speak English or Hindi language, he or she never thinks about speaking correct and wrong. He just speaks something. We have to convey our message to other people as well if they are understanding that we are surviving everywhere. Correction or incorrection, that is different things. We have to correct only that which can be incorrected. So in my perception, first start speaking incorrect language, because if you make mistakes, then we are going to correct some things. If you do not make mistake, what you are going to correct? First, we have to just frame the sentences. We just speak, just deliver something. Speak whatever comes in your mind. Then you should have a particular mentor, you should have your trainers, you should have friends, they can easily correct you. If you want to speak something, then just speak.
So the conclusion is that practice is a must for this.
Absolutely,
language.
yes. Everyone has to accept. Everyone. I would say today, and would say 10 years later, 20 years later, yes, I learned language
Okay.
through grammar.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
I can
Malian.
do this.
Thank you very
I can
much.
do this.
Now I would like to come to Mr. Sharma, and I would like to ask sir, as a beginner, a student, if he is just starting his journey for the English language, so he should focus on the accent firstly, or for the just learning grammar, or just starting what he should focus?
Actually, if you remember, Mr. Barbara, in starting I touched upon this thing. If a person is learning English language, not only English language but also any international language like French, Spanish, German, first of all, especially now, I'm applicable in English. First of all, he should know what is the first form, second form, third form. His reading skills should be good there. His pronunciation should be good. We need to work over there. And the fourth thing, he should have knowledge about how to make the sentences, how to frame the sentences. Suppose we use helping verb in present continuous is with he, and he is using are. Such a common sense every person has, right? We all have such kind of common sense that we need to use with he is and you are, and with I we can use am, and we need to use ing too,
Yes.
right? So such kind of knowledge he should have. If suppose he does not have such kind of knowledge, so definitely a trainer should work on this. When he comes to know, so automatically he will start speaking English. Second thing, he should have an environment. He should not be given a topic like such a hard topic you are giving. Suppose you are giving UCC Uniform Code or like the CAA, like Citizen Amendment Act. If such kind of hard topic are being given by a trainer, like to a student who is a newcomer, or like who is like a new student, like an environment where he is getting of English environment and for speaking something, it really seems next impossible. Definitely he will come under such a burden, he will feel himself uncomfortable and he will forget whatever he has in his mind. So first of all, easiest kind of topic should be given, such as why do you want to learn English, or what is the importance of English? Tell about your family. When he talks about his father's quality, his mother's quality, or about his best friend, such kind of small topic should be given where he can speak at least 40 to 50 seconds. When he speaks in front of people or like in front of his trainer, so that time the person feels comfortable, and here he gains the confidence of speaking, and here he overcomes his like just hesitation or nervousness, such kind of things he does. So first of all, again I like to come, he needs to learn from the verbs. On the second hand, or like on the other hand, he should learn some little bit grammatical, which is a basic knowledge of grammar. Not any kind of complete knowledge of he will take like 2 and 3 years or 4 to 5 months. No,
Fundamental
not like
grammar
that.
he just needs to
small knowledge. Or like a basic knowledge as well. Here, he needs like a motivator, like who can motivate him when he speaks, and no need to make him correct or incorrect while speaking. Suppose he is trying to speak first time he's speaking, and as he starts speaking third or fourth line, on the spot you are stopping him. So this thing can really create a problem. It can be problematic. It can be the barrier of communication. What exactly he wants to explain? A lot of things, yeah. And the next thing I might feel, as you asked me just now, like before this question, like accent is important or not? No, he or she should not consider like accent is a part of like our communication, because communication means only one thing. What exactly you want to explain? Message should be clear to the listener, whatever speaker is speaking. So accent comes later on. First of all, your understanding, your knowledge, your speaking, your message, these things come and should be a part of first your priority. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Soma. And the one question to both of you, that sir, I want to know, as many students comments that sir, as many institutions, they just write on the board and they just advertise it that we can teach you English within 30 days and 30 hours. So how far is it correct that a student who doesn't know anything about English, so is it possible to learn and within 30 hours so he can be capable to speak in English?
I have gone through this particular study over the several people, as I have trained more than thousands of people in life and seen them very practically. So to speak English within 3 months, now this is the question, right? Because all the institutions note down in their template and they start circulating in the public, they can teach English within 3 months. They are not wrong, they are absolutely right. First we have to understand, to speak something from this vocal, this is something else. To learn something from our conscious mind, this is absolutely different. So to learn English within 3 months, that is actually possible. But to deliver something
Mr.
with
Malia,
this voice, this is quite difficult. Why? Because English takes time to be delivered. It takes years, but it can be learned within 3 months.
Okay.
It can be learned.
But his question, Mr. Malia, was can a person learn English within 30 days, within 30 classes, or not?
The same
Not
I'm
3
saying.
months.
The
His
same
question
I'm
was.
saying. The same. I'm going to give the example.
Okay.
That depends on
Okay,
practice. 3 months means they are spending 90 hours.
Yes.
A 1 month means if a person practices for 3 to 4 hours,
Yeah.
more than 5 hours, 6 hours, the child goes to school. If he or she spends whole day in school full spoken English, absolutely yes. In a month, that is really possible. It is equal to more than that 3 months as well. So to learn something, that is different, and to speak something, this is extremely different. It can be learned, I do agree, but it cannot be delivered in that way as people expect. To
So according to you,
That's-
how long it can be take?
again, one question, again the same questions I'm getting. English can be learned in very short period, can be delivered in little bit big period. Now, to speak English, we are not sure what we are going to speak. We do not only have to learn English, we have to learn what to speak in English. Because English is a language, it is life-ending process, can never be ended. We have to keep learning all the time, such as that
Okay.
turns into the communication.
Okay. This
Communication.
is the last question, sir, to you. And as most of the students, they learn English as a online platform. So online platform, how is better than offline platform?
Okay, Mr. Abdullah, it's a really important question you asked me. And first of all, people must know when online came in life or like in landline. During COVID-19, when people were really at their home, it was not allowed, even not by their family member or not by on their own, but also by the government too, right? They cannot come, it was not allowed to come out of their home, right? That time where people were getting bored at their home, they had nothing to learn, they wanted to utilize their time, they wanted to learn in that time because what's as saying is there, proverb saying, an empty mind is always, devil shop, like something. And here, Mr. Mali also said, like something's there, like we can learn English within 30 days, like in online platform. So we should think about one thing: all that glitters is not gold. What exactly is shown by the advertisement, it doesn't mean 100% right. But if we talk about your question, I like to come on there, but the way to so lengthy. So online platform is only good for those people who have already a good family background of English, good education background they have since their childhood. They have been speaking English. Their schooling has been happened from the English medium. They are working like in MNCs. Only they have some problem like in the pronunciation. They do not have good vocabulary, or they want to improve their knowledge as well there. They do not have good knowledge about grammatical portion as well there. So this is only good for them. But if a person who could not learn English in those 12 years when he studied from first to 12th standard in school, when he could not learn where he was writing, he was listening, he was reading, still he could not learn. So it is really beyond of expectations if a person comes to us like for the 30 days and he can learn English as well on online too. Because online only he can teach, but like just more than thousands or more than lakhs students are studying in one time like in an hour. If all students start raising their questions, so really it seems next to impossible that all
Yes.
people just can be satisfied by his way of teaching. But yeah, many students they come offline. At least 20 students can be taken care by a trainer. He really can solve the problem and just he can overcome the issues, a lot of things, and just improve can be happen. But online platform only, it sounds good and learning is like online. If online was like really this much good, so definitely offline institute would have been closed yet, and it's still going on. It proves offline is really far better, as old is gold with bold. That bold makes you again a great gold. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sharma. So at the last, not the least, so I would like to ask you that please suggest our subscribers that how can be a good speaker and how can be a good accent, how can they get good accent
So,
in English languages.
in a nutshell, I would like to say something as Mr. Sharmaji has recently explained using all the statements that online platform is not so bad for those who don't have any option. But if I talk about going to the class, learning physically, talk with the people with the practicality is far better than online platform. If you have the option, do not miss that. Grab the opportunity, go to the institution, do not think that you are being charged in that way as well, that you are overpaying over there something else. Pay however they want. Make your trainers feel happy. However, now the way learning English is more easier. That is, of course, going to the institutions and learning physically. I'm going to give an example. I will take so many classes throughout the days as well, meet with so many people as well. I make my students speak constantly in the class. Suppose the class is of 1 hour. In 1 hour, many of the students keep sitting silently until the batch is over. They speak nothing in that 2 hour 30 minutes. Many of them speak something simultaneously. They also start replying instantaneously. They also discuss simultaneously. But some of them are not able to speak for 2 minutes. They think that they are attending the class for 1 hour, but they practice hardly for 1 and 2 minutes. Because, as I'm coming to the right way as well, English has to be spoken by your voice. Then only it can be revealed in a blood circulation. If you learn something, listening something, you might think that you hardly speak that. You have to see to speak that language. So this is one of the very easiest way to go to the class. Learn grammar with the functional grammar. Learn the grammar, listen to the people, try to copy of some of the speakers as well, but do not try to do as it is copy. Just try to adapt something. Whatever you feel like speaking your own language as well. And this has to be implemented on daily basis. Learn few vocabularies, not only 1 and 2 words. Learn few vocabularies. Some of the good speakers are there in the social media life. So we are living. It's so easy to learn English in today's era. Earlier it was so difficult to learn this language.
Okay.
Now it has become so easy.
So, sir, how would you like to advise to the audience in a single line, sir?
Okay.
You please. Then I just move to Sarma, sir.
So, in conclusion, I would like to light a poem only for those who have dreamed to learn this language. Just do not think about it. Just go for this. I'm 100% sure not today but tomorrow you are going to be the next speakers. We have seen many people with painful stories in their life. Without English, they are not able to do anything. Whether they have degrees, technical knowledge, but because of English language, they are not surviving in this digital era.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So just go ahead, please.
Sir, now I would like to take your time also. It's the last question for you. Sir, so please just in the conclusion, so how can you just advise to the audience or subscriber that how can they improve their language and how can they be a good speaker?
Okay, first of all, again I would say Mr. Malia, as my dear friend Mr. Malia suggested, a great suggestion it was given by Mr. Malia, but here I have few points of view, you may like it or not, but really to some extent, I have seen this thing practicality in my life. Students who come to me to learn English, definitely I see the great improvement in their communication skills. So now I'd like to come on that. There's a great saying is there in history, things do not take time when you start doing them, things always take time when you only think about them. So here, first of all, we should speak in English. As we all know, we should stand in front of mirror, at least we should speak 2 and 3 minutes continue. Even we know at 80% we will speak incorrect, but we should not worry about it because we know a journey of 1,000 kilometers always starts with a single step.
Yes.
So very first you start speaking 80% incorrect, but 20% you must have hope, and as hope sustains life, you should think about it. Start speaking, and I guarantee with a statement, within 25 days or 20 days hardly, you will see a great magic, a great change in your communication skills. You start speaking. Along with this thing, learn daily basis. As we know, as per the survey, the Times of India are like a common person or general person, or like a man or like a woman. A speaker does not speak more than 300 words. He speaks only those 300 words and keeps repeating those 300 words there. So please, first of all, on daily basis, whatever he speaks since morning to evening, we should know. First of all, we should know about our daily schedule. We should know about our yesterday's schedule. We should know starting some important verbs and the basic concepts of grammar. along this thing, we should know about small conversation questions such as where are you from, what did you do, how did you spend your last weekend. If these conversation questions he or she knows within 20-25 days, trust me, a person who is learner or who wants to learn good English, he or she can get a great confidence and great platform they can get for speaking. And these are the last point I want to say. See, always people make mistake who try to do something new, and people who never try for anything new, so definitely they remain as it is. Thank you.
Thank you very much to both. So now the subscribers. So as you have just listened the all discussion, and you have just got the conclusion also that what you are to do and what you should do. So with this, we are just going to wrap up this session. So now we will see in the next video. So thank you, and please like, share, subscribe, and bye bye. Take care.
Enjoy the life.
Bye guys. Enjoy.